Hey guys, welcome or welcome back here to share some empties with you guys. So this is probably small empties. We were away on vacation for a little bit over a week. So this is the stuff that I warmed pretty much before we left. And then, is there anything from since we've been home? I don't think so. Maybe the soaps. I think I switched those out yesterday. We had a great vacation. We went back east and back to where we moved from. So we moved to Arizona from Salem, Massachusetts, and my husband's family is still in Salem. So we try to go back. I go back a couple times a year with the boys, pretty much in the fall. That's their favorite time to go. So they get 2 weeks fall break. So that is what we did. And we had a wonderful time, ate delicious food, visited with family, friends. My brother even came up for a day to spend time with us. It was a wonderful vacation, wonderful. And it's just like always sad to have to leave. So anyway, back to reality and here to share my empties. So I'm gonna start with non-wax empties. Finished a soap in Vanilla Ease. I don't know if this is a new one. I don't think I had ever seen it before. It's lavender blossoms, creamy vanilla, and soft cedarwood. I did really like this. I did wish that the lavender was a tiny, tiny little bit stronger, but I think I have another of this, and that is in the foaming hand wash. And then in the kitchen, finished up Sweet Mum Blossom. Super pretty. Had never had this one. It's Autumn Mums, Warm Spices, and Sweet Musk. So the Sweet Musk definitely adds like a, I don't want to say perfumey, but like a body care, you know, I guess to make it more soap smelling than like home fragrance smelling. But the mums, the spices, yeah, beautiful soap for the fall. So there is that. And then my husband did not travel with us this time. He had way too many work commitments. And I asked him in the days leading up to us leaving, did he want me to leave wax warmers on or did he want them all shut off? And he said, shut them all off. So they were all off. But I did replace wallflowers because they were kind of, I knew, maybe they had a day or two left in them. So I changed them out a little bit earlier than I would have had I been home. So I put in, so I have 4 wallflowers upstairs, laundry room, 2 in the hallway, and then 1 in the loft. So I put in pumpkin cupcake, and it's buttercream, vanilla, pumpkin spice, and fresh cupcake. I could smell this when I came home, probably because all my warmers were off. And then also sugared snickerdoodle. And that is warm spices, creamy vanilla, and sugared musk. Again, I could smell this. I came home and I was like, ooh, did you turn the warmers on? The house smells really good. Nope, I think it's like the residual smell of the wax. I guess it really stays in your home, plus these. So there is that. Okay, and then on to wax. I will do vendor wax first and save Scentsy for last. So finished up a scoopable in frosted pumpkin type. This is creamy pumpkin. Oh my gosh, lightly spiced with notes of lemon, maple sugar, and vanilla frosting. This might have come from Terry. I think it did, which I usually put the name, but I guess I didn't. I think if this wasn't from Terry, then it was from a round robin, but I'm pretty sure this was from Terry. I really liked this. I loved that there was lemon in with the pumpkin. It just kind of elevated it a bit. I'm not the biggest fan of maple, but you guys, this was pretty like undetectable if you are not a fan of maple. It really did not come out when it was warming, and that makes me very happy. You do get the spices, like I said, that lemon is in there. There's a creamy like note from that vanilla frosting. Yeah, this was super enjoyable. Really, really liked this. This would definitely be something that I would get again for next fall. In my office, I did these two samples. The shattered pumpkin, which is sweet pumpkin puree and spiced vanilla. There were 2 cubes in it. And I mixed it with marshmallow puffs, which is a sweet marshmallow fluff. So these were fantastic together. Just had them going in the office. This is from that Smell Good shop. These did amazing. Just a great fall pumpkin, which I seem to not be able to get enough of this year. So those did really well. Enjoyed those. I had a couple squares left from Rainbow Melts in Sleepyhead, which is her sweet lavender vanilla with hints of soothing mint. And it really is just hints. Just a beautiful pair with that lavender mixed with the mint. Yeah, perfect name for this. This did great. I love warming blends like this in my bedroom. I keep a pretty good sized basket up there. And I just grab whatever I'm in the mood for. So I feel like it takes me, sometimes, you know, I'll warm the same thing over and over again. And then other times I just kind of jump around. But it's mostly filled with lavenders, some mints, some teas, and bakery. I love warming bakery in my bedroom. So this was Sleepyhead from Rainbow Melt, and 100% would get that one. Again, did really, really well. Great performer. Okay, this was definitely from Terry because I did write her name. This is from Lavender and Speckles. This was Blueberry Muffin and Cranberry Sweater, which, let me start out by saying I am not a fan of sweater weather. There's something in it, like it's like very sharp. I don't enjoy the scent of it. And then it tends to give me a headache, which not many things out there in the wax world do that to me, but sweater weather does. So this has Blueberry Muffin, Sweater Weather, and Cranberry Woods. You guys, I was definitely very nervous about this because on cold it gets smell the sweater weather. But I went ahead and warmed it anyway in the living room and dining room area. And the sweater weather was way, way, way in the back. That blueberry with the cranberry was delicious. Great performer, and this would never have been something that I would have picked. So I'm so grateful and thankful to Terry for parting with this because I really did like this. And I'm glad that I could not detect the sweater weather. From Bright House Scents, which is owned by Melanie in Canada. Her YouTube channel is Bright House Scents as well. So this was one that was poured in April. So this is a River Rock. You guys, this was really, really nice. It was different. It's a river mist, wet gray stones, sage leaf, ivy vine, water lotus. I'm sorry that my hand is shaking. Hyacinth, oak moss, sandalwood, and white rose. This was so pretty and such a lovely break from like heavy pumpkins, heavy apple scents, heavy bakery. What I get the most of is the hyacinth and like wet rocks. And now you're gonna hear Willow do her little walkabout. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I don't really get the sage leaf. I'm not really sure about what water lotus smells like. There is a rose note for sure. So it's that hyacinth, that white rose, and that wet, like rock. Wet rock, like after it has rained, and then the sun starts to come out and you can like smell even the cement like drying after rain. Yeah, this was so pretty. Really, really liked this, and this did really well. I warmed this in the dining room and the kitchen. Very pretty. And then 2 tubs that I didn't start and finish, but I finished because I had a few pieces in each, enough to do my kitchen, living room, and dining room. So I just combined them, and they're both from Second and Spruce. And the first one is Midnight Campsite plus Pumpkin Sugar Donuts. First of all, if you have not tried her Midnight Campsite, oh my gosh, it is so fantastic. And then her Pumpkin Sugar Donuts. I love pumpkin sugar donuts pretty much from any vendor. So it is caramelized marshmallow, sugar cookie, and hints of smoky campfire. That is the Midnight Campsite. And then pumpkin sugar donut is pumpkin mallow and pumpkin sugar donuts. This was amazing. I love this. Oh, I would 100 times get this over and over and over again. This was amazing. This was poured in November of 2024. Loved every minute of this. So I had warmed this many times on its own, even warmed this in my bedroom on a couple occasions, but because I only have a little bit left, I mixed it with the cider milk and cookies, which again, apple cider donuts, milk and cookies, and subtle hints of caramel. Not a fan of caramel. I don't like any of those sticky things. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. So realistic, especially the apple cider donuts. This is so good. We went to 2 apple orchards while we were back in Massachusetts. One with a friend that I had never been to. It was in Methuen, Massachusetts. We basically went there to have lunch. And it was fantastic. This beautiful, like, rustic looking place that had like a full, like, bakery, and then tons of homemade, chicken salads, regular garden salads, macaroni and cheese, tons of pies, chicken pot pies, like farmer's market thing that's all like made. Oh my gosh. Anyway, they had apple cider donuts, which I did not buy, but my friend got them, and I had a piece of one, and that one was just okay, but it does smell like this. And then several days later, I took the kids to one that is in Ipswich or Essex. I think it was Ipswich. It doesn't matter. Anyway, they have the best apple cider donuts. I mean, delicious. You smell them as soon as you start to go into like their gift shop. Actually, before that, because they have a stand outside. You just smell it as you are like walking towards the orchard. That is what this smelled like. Anyway, that orchard's our favorite. We've been going there since the kids were little, and I still like going back. We didn't pick apples this time. We just went, to get the donuts. So, fantastic. Both of these, 10 out of 10, did great on their own, and glad that I was able to combine them, and it was a fantastic fragrance. Okay. Switched out some pods. I have the pods that, like, when you first walk through the front door, which may not be the greatest spot for it. I don't even know the last time Pie Oh My was around. I had never tried it before. I would love for this to come back in wax and try it that way. It's red apple, cinnamon spice, and flaky pie crust. And yeah, it totally is. I loved this. I don't have any more of it. I think it was on the clearance sale, but if this comes back in wax melts, I would 100% try that. Oh, and that was it for Vendor, and as you can see, I already went on to Scentsy. I had a very busted up tester in Vanilla Waves, which is not a favorite of mine. It's too ooey gooey, and it's like very artificial smelling to me. This I just put in the half bath, and honestly, I don't even remember smelling it. So there's that. Finished up a Provence lavender, which I cannot believe how much I love this. And that's just what it is. It's just a French lavender. And it is so strong. It's such a soothing scent to me. I usually just warm this. Well, I used this bar mostly just in my bedroom and bathroom, and it lasts. So it takes me quite a while. I think yesterday, actually, I had 2 cubes left that I put in the master bathroom to finish this up. And I do have several more bars of it, and I'm very happy about that. Then we have Autumn Road Trip, which this was from Terry. She had used 1 cube, and I guess she decided that she did not like this one, which in the past, I have not liked this either. And it is currently available. To smell it on cold is a turn off to me. I do not like how this smells. And when I warmed it a couple years ago, it's been definitely a few years. I did not like it on warm. However, I did not mind it this time. Not enough that I want to go get more of it, but I didn't turn my warmers off. I didn't change it out. I just let it do its thing. And I had this all throughout the upstairs, not in bedrooms, but the loft, the hallway area. It's apple, pear, and silver oak. So I don't know if it's the silver oak that I'm not liking in here. I've liked it in the past with other things, but maybe the combination of it with the apple and the pear. But again, this was pretty good. And stayed in the warmers, I'm gonna say over 24 hours. So thank you, Terry, for that, because I retried it and realized that it wasn't as bad as I had remembered. Pumpkin tiramisu. My kids love this, and when this was available in Bring Back My Bar and we had warmed it, they wanted more of it. So this was available January of 2025. And I think I might have put it, no, I don't think I did put it in my club. I think I just bought a few. And you guys, honestly, they haven't asked for it. It's pumpkin, brown sugar, and vanilla cream. This is nice, but it didn't wow me the way that it did when I first warmed it. It's fine, but realistically, Scentsy does tons of pumpkin, tons. There's never a shortage of pumpkin from Scentsy. So I just feel like favorites kind of get lost because you discover new ones or you fall back in love with ones that you had a few years ago. So I think I maybe have another bar of this. It was good. It did really well in my house, living room, kitchen, dining room. But I'm not sad that it's not in my club. Another pumpkin. This is pumpkin honey spice. This was from the Harvest collection that is still available. And I'm 99% sure you can get these individually now. Like, you don't have to buy the whole kit and caboodle there. This is vanilla honey, rich pumpkin, and cinnamon spice. So this is a very craft store cinnamon to my nose. The honey really, really, really comes out on warm. And nowhere in this description does it say anything about pumpkin. So this is a spicy honey that I think tricks your mind into thinking it's smelling pumpkin. So this was just okay. I did this in the office. And I liked this better as time went on. I didn't really enjoy it the first couple hours. I do have another bar of it, so I will most likely warm it again before, December, just to use it. I'm gonna try it upstairs this time and see if maybe it's a little bit better. If you have warmed this, I would love to know your thoughts. Yeah, it was just spicy, and you could get that, I feel like honey comes across to me very sour in wax. Yeah, I would love to know your thoughts. Okay, and then last but not least, this is a favorite. I love this. And every time I warm it, I think, why don't I warm this, 3 or 4 times a week? And I don't hear many people talk about it, and I feel like when it first came out, people talked about it, and I don't think they loved it as much as I do. This is Dutch apple bread. I think this is my favorite apple from Scentsy. Oh, it's so good. It's sliced apples, cinnamon, brown sugar, and rolled oats. Yeah, this does not smell like oatmeal to me. It is just a delicious, wonderful, fall, non-offensive scent that I would love for my house to smell like this all the time. I love this. Yeah, it's so good. So good. It's not available. I have plenty of it. Pretty sure it's in my club. And I'm just going to continue to warm it and love it. It is a fave. So that is it, you guys. Those are my empties I didn't do an empties last week. Yeah, so I'll be back on task with finishing stuff up, and I hope that you guys are all having a wonderful fall. Hopefully the temps are cooling down. They're not really here, and it was unusually warm when we were in Massachusetts. We always look forward to like a day or two of it raining there when we go this time of year. No rain, but then it rained, I believe, the day after we left. So yeah. Anyway, happy melting. Take care, you guys, and I will talk to you in the next one.